Welcome inside Gillette Stadium, everybody. My name is Mike Petraglia, joined as always by Patriots expert columnist for WEEI.com, Christopher Price. Chris, after the game, I wrote, this is the Jets team we thought they were. They were very tough. They battled to the very end. But in the end, it was the difference of quarterbacks, Tom Brady over Ryan Fitzpatrick in a 30-23 Patriots win that improves New England to 6-0. And it drops the Jets to 4-2. I really did think in the end it was a matter of the quarterbacks.
Yeah, really. You look at these teams, and they match up really well on both sides of the ball. I think the Jets defense did some things to the New England offense they weren't completely prepared for. I think you flip it around a little bit. I don't think Ryan Fitzpatrick was completely ready for some of the stuff that the New England defense threw at him over the course of the day. And again, to your point, I think it's a very good one. I think when you look at this performance, you can look at the performance of the two quarterbacks, and I think the Patriots were able to come out on top thanks in large part to the fact they had Tom Brady under center today.
Early on, it was Chandler Jones strip sacking Fitzpatrick in the pocket. Dante Hightower recovers. And then we saw the toughness of the New York Jets hold the Patriots to a field goal, get to Tom Brady, sack him, and hold it to a 3-0 lead. And then the Jets respond very impressively, drive down the field, get a game-tying field goal. Then Ryan Fitzpatrick drives them for the go-ahead touchdown, 10-3. And you're wondering about the time of possession. At one point, Chris, it was 27-4 in terms of minutes in the first half. It was really one-sided. The Jets had run 30 plays, and the Patriots just 9. That was the formula coming in for the New York Jets. Keep it out of Tom Brady's hands.
Yeah, and I think that you look at the score sheet in this one, and I don't know if it could have gone any better for the Jets. When you look at the numbers, when you look at the game plan, when you look at what they wanted to do, you bring up an excellent point. The game plan to beat Tom Brady and the Patriots is to run the ball, control the clock, and keep Brady off the field for as long as possible. And I think the Jets were able to do that for large parts of the afternoon.
Right.
But there were key moments throughout this game where the New England defense was able to make plays. We saw the sack very early on of Fitzpatrick. They were able to make some stops. Not a whole lot of stops, but important stops when it mattered the most. And I think ultimately that proved to be the difference in this afternoon's game.
The other reason this game was close, let's face it, were the drops. By an unofficial count, the Patriots had 11 drops on the day, six of which belonged to one Brandon LaFell. I was at LaFell's locker after the game, and he said, if I had to grade myself, I'd give myself an F. I was just rusty.
Yeah, there was plenty of self-deprecation on his part, which I think was the smart play. Look, I said this before the game, we need to manage expectations around LaFell a little bit because it's his first action. Look, he wasn't on the field all spring, all summer. He's coming in raw, and while he did make a couple of really nice catches today, the drops are going to be what overshadows his performance. It's a long road. It's a lot to ask of a guy who was at the top of his game last year, 70-something catches over the course of the season, double-digit catches in the postseason, to be able to come in midway through the year and perform as a regular member of the offense. It's going to take time for him to get up to speed. I still have confidence that he is going to be the kind of guy that you can rely on over the course of the 2015 season. It's just going to take time to get there.
The other thing is I asked Belichick about that, and he said we all left plays on the field. And to Belichick's point, Chris, Julian Edelman dropped a sure touchdown that really could have changed things. But fortunately for the Patriots, Brandon Marshall really returned the favor right behind us in the corner of the end zone. If Marshall catches that touchdown, it's an 8-point Jet lead in the fourth quarter, and then really the tenor of the game changes.
They have never, and I'm talking about the Patriots here, that would have been the largest deficit they would have faced this year. 8 points in the fourth quarter to a Jets team that's been pretty tough mentally and physically on both sides of the ball. They displayed some real mental toughness over the course of the full game. That would have been an awful lot to consider. That would have been an awful high mountain to climb. You like to think you feel pretty good about where you are if you're the New England Patriots offense. But again, an 8-point deficit here in the fourth quarter would have been a challenge going up against this New York team. But they ended up having enough in reserve. The fourth quarter touchdown they scored, Rob Gronkowski completely wide open in the red zone. I don't know how that continues to happen, but they were able to convert, and they made it the difference.
Looked like they were sending an extra linebacker on that blitz and left Gronkowski wide open. Hey, if we're going to talk, Chris, about the drops, we need to talk about the flip side. Every time there was a Brandon LaFell drop, I tweeted this out, it seemed like there was Danny Amendola. He had a spectacular game, but not only did he have a spectacular game, it was when he made his catches.
Yeah, a lot of third down conversions, a lot of abilities to when it came to moving the chains. Getting big catches at important times. He had the touchdown catch in the fourth quarter. Again, a huge catch. We've seen it time and again over the course of the 2015 season where he's managed to come up big. He had I think he had 7 catches last week, either 7 or 8, 9 catches last week against the Colts. Another handful of big catches today. It's nice to see him have success considering the roller coaster that he's been on here over the last couple of years.
Darrelle Revis, after the game, was asked, how heartbreaking is this and how disappointing is it to know you let a game get away against a division rival on the road? His answer, it's week 7. We're fine. You believe him?
Yeah, I do. This is a Jets team that's going to be in it for the long haul. What they displayed today on the road, this is a team that's going to be difficult to contend with as the year goes on. The first 5 opponents they played weren't all that great. This was the first time they kind of had to punch up in weight class a little bit, and I think they handled themselves pretty well this afternoon. So this is a team that's going to be around all year. If they get some sort of consistent play at the quarterback position, they're going to be a difficult out.
Tom Brady leads the team in rushing. Who would have thought that coming into the game? 4 carries, 15 yards, but it was good enough today as the Patriots hold off the New York Jets, beat them by a score of 30-23, improved to 6-0. Not much time to savor this one, Chris. They play the Miami Dolphins again here at Gillette Stadium on Thursday Night Football. For Christopher Price, inside Gillette Stadium, I'm Mike Petraglia, WEEI.com.